Hello, my people. It's your boy here, Ngonidzashe Dondo, also known as King98, and I'll be taking you guys throughout my music journey, my personal journey, and where I'm going.
Before this, my mind gave it up. I was willing to forfeit. I came unwanted. You gon' think it's abortion, so brace yourself. I'll take your girl or best friend. They gon' mess with me. Jiggy nigga from the roots on some family tree. All blessings from above. They go rain on me. Yeah.
I was born on the 15th of January 1998, and I was born and raised in Marondera. And then when I turned about like 5 years old, me and my family, we moved to the United Kingdom. That's when we came back. And for primary school, I went to Eastridge. And then for my secondary education, I went to Watershed, Riverton Academy, and Sandon Academy. So growing up in the UK, I discovered a love for football. I'm a staunch Chelsea fan, and yeah, migrating from the UK coming here, it happened so quickly. You know, I remember we woke up one day and my dad supposedly told me that we're moving to Leeds, and then the next minute, I just remember us going to Heathrow, Terminal A or B. They said that we're going back to Zimbabwe, so we came back to Zimbabwe 2007, and when we came back, we actually stayed in Glenville. Stayed in Glenville for about 2 years or so. And that's when we moved to Hillside, where we are right now. And yeah, the change from being in the UK and being here in Zimbabwe was really tough, in the sense whereby it was like a whole culture type of shock. I came from a place whereby, you know, you're allowed to do whatever you want to do, and then now here in Zimbabwe, and things were a bit different, you know. So that really made me who I am. And for high school, when I went to Watershed College, I just had this thing for music, man. That's when this whole music thing started to really pick up, really pick up. And when I was in Form 1, 2011, I was 13 years old. That's when I saw A$AP Rocky on the TV. That was Peso. So I saw this guy on TV, and he looked really swaggy, he looked really fresh, you know. And then I just fell in love with what he was doing. And then from then, I really started making music professionally. That's when, in 2014, I started recording at the Basement. It's a very big studio in town. My producers were Classic and Funef. These are very big, legendary producers in same hip hop. So that's where I actually really started. My parents, they used to give me bus fare. Well, my mom, she used to give me bus fare. My dad knew I was making music. She used to give me bus fare, and I'll go to the studio. And I'll record a song for like $20. $20 will record the song. Sometimes I'll get in the studio, it'll be full of people, a lot of big people. And in fact, I remember there's a studio station I had, and beside me, I had R-Pills. He didn't even know me. I was with R-Pills in the same studio as him, he didn't even know me. But yeah, that's when I went to, I was at Watershed then. That's when I failed my O-levels. So me, in terms of, I was supposed to be studying, I was busy writing my raps, and the whole school knew that I was a rapper. So I ended up failing my O-levels. I only passed one subject. That's when my dad made the decision to make me repeat at Riverton Academy. So I had to go back to Form 3. So I was learning with about like 15-year-olds, and I was like 17. You know, that was also another shock that I had to really encounter. And then, yeah, Riverton was really complex. It was like a military type of school. If you know Riverton, it was one of the best experiences I've had. Reason being, I ended up passing my O-levels, but one of the most memorable things that I had from Riverton was that I won the most hardworking student. That was me, actually, like me. Only shows how hardworking I am. And from Riverton, that's when I went to Sandon Academy. That's a school in Gutum Pandawana. So at Sandon Academy, that's where all of the magic happened. All of my magic happened there. I remember that's where my dad took an interest in me doing music. So what happened was that my dad was a promoter, by the way. So there's a day he came to the house and he asked me, I'm trying to do a show for Impala. Who can I bring? Whiskey or Cassper? So obviously me doing music, I didn't tell him I was doing music at the time. I was like, yo, I think you should bring Cassper. I was like, Cassper, okay. Well, I'm gonna search him out. Then he actually ended up bringing Cassper. He brought Cassper, and what happened was that I had shot a music video, my first music video. I shot with director Aaron Meta. We shot this video, very low budget. I think I spent about $200. There's a trip I had to go to China. spent my money there. And yeah, we shot this music video. So Cassper happened to pull up here to Zimbabwe. And I remember we went to the airport to go pick him up. So when we got in the car, he didn't know anything about me. I just had this Cassper Nyovest t-shirt. And I remember seeing Fasa. And I was in the back of the car. And then the conversation just, it just started. I told him like, yo, the only reason why you're here is because I make music and my dad doesn't know. I need to tell my dad I make music. So I remember I gave him my phone at the time. It was a Sony Xperia, my earphones. I gave him and he listened. And he was actually, he was rather confused. Imagine you come from South Africa, you come from a gig, and then this kid who's just pulling up on you, and he's so vibrant and eager. And his response on the day wasn't one of the best things I actually wasn't expecting to get. It was actually very, 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 very mad, very agitated. And one thing he told me was that music's not really meant for everyone, But despite that, we left him at Miko's. That's when he was performing Tito Mboweni. I don't know what told me. My gut was telling me to just go on stage. If it hadn't been for this moment, there wouldn't be any King98. So the moral of the lesson right now is that when Cassper said no to me, all I decided to do was just go on stage and just act like his hype man. That's all I did. I just went on stage and I hyped it up. And everyone thought like, oh, is he from South Africa? Did he come with Cassper? That's when my dad was like, the way you're jumping, the way you're moving around, do you make music? That's when my mom told me like, he's been making music for years and everything. That's when my dad was like, I'm gonna help you out. Then I went back to school. Then the first thing what happened was that I was working with Ali Keys. So Ali and Cassper, they work hand in hand. So at the time, Nasty was such a huge thing. It still is a huge thing, but it was like buzzing. Ali called my dad, Dad, I have a link to Nasty C. We tried it off and it happened. So in Gutu Pandawana Sand and Academy, that's where all the magic happened. And then the same year, that's when I met Davido. We got the link through Genius. My dad went to Genius' house, and that was the only time my dad met Genius. The only time he actually met him. Like the first time was about me doing a song with Davido. And I remember on the day, one of Davido's guys, name is Lati, he said to my dad, this is the only chance your son's gonna have a song with David or even get to interact with them. So these guys, they said a paid feature, but the fee at the time, it was so low to the point where Davido just only had to take it as a token of appreciation. So on the spot, my dad had to sell 2 cars. He had to sell 2 cars for me to do that song with Davido. We actually had to sell those two cars. And then, ever since then I did my song with Davido. And yeah, now I'm here. The journey so far and where I am right now, especially here in Zimbabwe, I'm considered an international powerhouse, which I am. It's something whereby I dreamt about, but I didn't really know I was gonna see it, And I'm a firm believer in God, I remember the times whereby I'll be in class and I'll be so agitated. I'll go back to the hostel, get down on my knees, and I'll pray, like in real life. So me being 98 now, even carrying muscle in the streets, it's something whereby it's incredible. It's mind-blowing. And even the fact that I still have time for people to really see what I'm really capable of, I feel underrated at times, People don't really understand that my parents supporting my dreams, not because they have money, no. They just gave me a chance, A lot of kids are allowed to be doctors, they can be lawyers, but when it comes to music, it has to be a taboo. I do have a struggle, I do have a struggle. And imagine me having to travel to Lagos, getting there, you don't even know these guys, you don't even know their culture. You have to get in the studio with them, It's really uncomfortable, and it takes someone who's really, really passionate about music, My spare time, I study music. I study how they do their things, I study the business, I study how they dress, how they talk, and having that character within a country like this, sometimes people, they look at me in a wrong way, in a funny way. They feel as if I'm only doing this for swag, for women, for clout, I really do this for myself and my family first, then I do it for the country, And then me not having my dad now, it's something whereby it also really strengthens me. I really strongly believe I'm a man built off purpose, A lot of kids nowadays, they tend to do a lot of things, but the first thing you need to do as a man, find your purpose. There's something I was watching on TikTok the other day. When God made Adam, the first thing that he gave him was purpose. Eve came in second. So I'm a person whereby I feel as if me doing music, it's my purpose, it's my calling, and I will shine, and for a fact I will make my father proud. So some of the accolades that I've won best music video, best performance, and best hip hop hustle. And for me, that's the most important one. Reason being, the character that I take, the persona that I have, which is Oviegwe, which means a very talented man, is that I'm a hustler at heart, you know. I'm very passionate, and anything I want to get, I'll attain it. I remember my dad, he used to liken me to his late brother Alfred. He also used to say one thing: you're just like, we used to call him Bastembi. You're like Bastembi, in the sense whereby anything you want, you get it. And when he said that, he meant it, you know. So I'm a very blessed young man to see the likes of Davido, Diamond Platinums, and SEC, and all those things. They don't happen because my parents have money. No, because the character that's just there, and the power, and maybe the financial muscle that's pushing this young boy, I'm destined for it, you know. Whether you like it or not, I'm destined for it. It's happened, and it's gonna continue happening. That's where I come in as a hustler, you know. I motivate the kids, I motivate people around me. Even the people around me, they have to think just like me. Because this game of life, it's very short, and you can't afford to be average. You can't afford to be average. Everyone carries something special. Even if someone else doesn't feel like you're special, I know you're special. I'll say this as the king, I know you're special. I'm very big on giving people love, you know. That's why my next album, the title is Let Love Lead, you know. I strongly believe in giving people love, reason being, not everyone has it. Some people don't even receive it. Some people don't even know what it feels to be loved, you know. So I'm really big on that. That's why I kind of feel as if God has blessed me with all these things that are happening around me. And they are gonna continue, you know. Maybe you might see me BT, main stage, Grammys, Afro Nation, and yeah. So this is a message to the youth there from me, Ngonidzashe Dondo. The first thing I'll say is that you need to have a larger than life mentality, you know. We're in a very competitive space, you know. And those who wanna win, they focus on winning. If you knew the amount of times that I can't even sleep at 3 a.m. thinking about my music, because I'm really obsessed about it, you know. So those who are really trying to make it in life, you have to be eager. You have to have this zeal, this passion, you know. And obviously I do music. It can even be to an entrepreneur, to even an athlete, you know, a doctor. You have to carry this spirit that's within you. Sometimes it's really hard for me to explain it because I carry it every day. I've been carrying it ever since I was 13 years old, you know. And obviously through music, that's how I can get to really express myself. But obviously, would I say I'm successful? Yes, I am. And even you, who maybe right now people might not say like you're successful, you're on your way, you know. Take your time. Don't be pressured, especially on social media. Don't even be pressured at all. Don't even be pressured at all. Into the girls there, especially the girls. You know, take your time. A lot of bad things are happening, you know. The age rate in this country is very, very high, you know, even in terms of even STDs and everything. Take your time. Know yourself. Don't be pressured. If you don't have something right now, it's fine. What's this called? Ruzende. I used to go to the studio, but now the car that I drive, it's really, really nice. So take your steps. Don't really be pressured to be doing bad things, especially drugs and, you know, all these type of things. Be very level-headed. And remember, success is for the anointed. So if you're trying to chase it, pray for it. To my beautiful people of Zimbabwe, remember to stay stubborn in faith, have fun, especially if you're young, have fun, let's work hard, and I'll see you guys in the next, you know, chapter, destination. Hopefully I'll carry everyone with me, especially the musicians, I'll carry everyone with me. But I'm sending you guys peace, love, and prosperity from yours sincerely, Oviegwe. Cheers!